Aloha, y'all. If this is your first time here, thanks for stopping by. In this week's video, we're actually going on an adventure looking for cactus blooms and old ghost towns. We're on our way to Clifton because outside of Clifton there is cactus fields that are just gorgeous. And I really just want to get some blooms with some cactuses in them because we live in the desert. Why not, right? Well, on our way there, we stopped at this old corral that they used for cows and all that good stuff. So you have to forgive the wind. Can't help that, but it is what it is. One little tip that I can give you for a road trip like this: make sure you bring plenty of water and plenty of snacks.
Where's my jerky? Nobody said about my jerky.
I had to get a video clip of it so I could show them the snacks. Okay, so we're on the middle of the Coronado Trail, and what I love about it is you can come up to the tops of these trails and two things will happen. One, you will see a bunch of people pulled over on the side of the road with spotting scopes because they're looking for bears. Wind, wind, more wind. And with this time of year, with all the fires that have been happening, you get the smoke, which causes layers in the mountains. And I'm going to show you a photo up here, wherever, about that. And it looks so cool. I know it's a tragedy because of the fires and everything, but it does look cool because it creates that depth for your photos. And I just love it. Once we get off this Coronado Trail, we'll be in Clifton. Okay, so we made it to Chase Creek viewing area, and it's on the way down. It's the last stop right before you hit Morenci. And in hitting Morenci, you're gonna run into, don't quote me on this, but it might be the third largest copper mine in the world. Or it's better to say it's one of the largest copper mines in the world. And you'll see the picture of it but I just love the views. You have a 360 almost-ish view. Oh God, that makes me dizzy. Of a beautiful landscape. And I'm gonna show you another little video clip because we have three choices that this might be. One, it's too hot, so the leaves on the trees are dying. Two is because they could be of lack of water, which is why that's happening. I don't know. Y'all have to let me know in the comments down below. But
These are crunchy.
I'm just going to go with the fact that me and Christy came up with a solution on this, and it's because fall forgot to fall. So that's theory number 3. So if you guys know more, let us know in the comments. No, it can't be 3. So the video that you just saw was of this tire. And I'm gonna have my wife stand in front of the tire so you can see how big those dump trucks are that we just saw.
I'm 5'2" and 1/4.
Why? The quarter?
It matters.
No, it doesn't.
It does. It does, because if you have a ruler, you don't just be like, oh, it's only 5 foot. Like, no, if something is like a 5 1/4, you have to measure it to 5 1/4, you're gonna be short.
And that right there, boys, was said by a woman. This is the powerhouse that runs these big trucks.
And then this is the engine.
And then there's the stats for it. It takes 60 gallons, 100 of oil, 150 gallons of coolant. It weighs 16,499 pounds. They rebuild the engines 5 times during its life cycle, with each rebuild lasting 2 years. 2,000 horsepower. Then we have the tire. The tire itself weighs 8,625 pounds. Travels about 50,000 miles while in service. It's more than 11 feet in diameter and 42 inches wide. God, that's huge. It contains 1,100 pounds of steel belts. Wow. and has 72 lug nuts to hold it on there. All right, so we made it to Clifton, Arizona. And you're gonna see in a minute why I truly love this place. It is just old, it is beautiful, and it screams old Arizona. It really does. It's beautiful in its own right. And then I'll show you pictures along the way. So this right here, not my wife, but the actual town, is why we came here. It's an old ghost town. All these old buildings. Well, it's not a ghost town. People are still here. But a lot of these buildings are abandoned and beautiful and just...
There's a lot of issues between the miners and the actual owners of the mine. And there was all kinds of tragedy that happened here. There was fires, a lot of orphans. Like at the beginning of our country, a lot of the orphans that were taken from the different ships from overseas, a lot of the kids were adopted, and they were adopted to Catholic churches and orphanages, and there was one of those here as well. There's a whole lot. There's a history of typhoid. There's history of really bad diseases. There's all kinds of, this is a very hard town. It's flooded a couple of times because of the San Francisco River. Can you hold on a minute? No! And then
right there.
so it's been flooded a bunch of times. I'm having a really hard time talking because I've got about 7 voices shouting at me right now. So there's a lot of energies. There's a lot of energies here.
Okay, and we have Bob, and he's going to give us a little rundown. Bob's going to give us a little rundown of Clifton. Go ahead, Bob.
Well, I am a little run down, but I'll do my best. So Clifton is like a lot of other small towns in Arizona. They had really good copper mines, really good ore. And then the ore sort of ran out. They moved up the road there to Morenci. But there's another town that's really neat down right on the border, probably 5 miles as the crow flies from the border. Bisbee, Arizona.
Yeah.
And it's been gentrified, I guess is the word for it. There's a lot of neat shops, art shops and things. The houses have been fixed up. Really cool place to go spend the weekend or a week and hang out. They have a brewery there, microbrewery and brewery Gulch.
Gonna have to go.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Bob. This is what we drove all that way for, is to get a picture or look at blooming cactuses. And we found it. Well, this is the end of the video. We had a good time in Arizona, Clifton, Morenci, and now we're on the side of the road in New Mexico. Sunset looks like it might happen, but I've already got a lot of good photos, and we had a good trip. We met a good person named Bob, told us some really good places to go. We're gonna be heading to Bisbee, you can guarantee that. And yeah, we just had a good old time, and that's what we do is we just hit the road. Total cost for this was $70 because we cheap ass bastards. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, move on. If you love the video, poke the little subscribe button. I just poked her head.
Don't poke me.
I'm gonna poke her. I'm gonna poke her. All right, have a good one, guys. Bye. Okay, did the outro too early, so you guys get a bonus. Sunset is actually kicking off really good right now, and we're here to get a picture of that. Wish me luck. So if the shot turned out any good, here's the shot.